the drought mitigation efforts that we are currently doing as the ministry and indeed as the government. In the last few months, we announced our efforts through which we're doing through the drought mitigation centers that we were rolling out in the wards. Those were specifically meant to ensure that we're able to respond as quickly as we can to the drought that is out there. But today we are faced with a new challenge. Obviously, as the drought continues to bite, we continue to face these challenges. We now are in the lean season, particularly for livestock. So our livestock at the moment are in the worst of conditions. Water issues are at the fore, and feed issues are now at the fore. We have now established a drought mitigation command center, which is what we want the nation to know, that we now have this drought mitigation command center, particularly to attend to the livestock issues. So this is really a whole of government approach which knows no ministry, knows no department, to ensure a focused approach to saving livestock out there during this lean season. We want to say that no livestock must die under our watch. We, however, are seeing that out there some livestock are already dying. And this is why this is a clarion call to ensure that we arrest the succumbing of livestock to drought. And so this drought mitigation command center is there to, number one, track dire and critical wards. We know that the wards out there, they are in different proportions of challenges. So we wanted this drought command center to track those critical wards and ensure that we attend to them. Number two, this center must establish the urgent needs in each of the critical wards. So we must know how much water is there, how many livestock are there, and how much feed is left in those critical wards. Number three, this command center must also mobilize feed and water to save the cattle. We don't want any cattle to die under our watch. Number four, this center must also liaise with the focal person in each ward. Remember, in a month ago, we published a whole detailed document which says that every ward has a focal person to particularly look at these issues. So that focal person now, the command center will liaise with them to really see how and what is the situation in each ward. So in essence, there will be a situation report, a daily situation report regarding each and every of those critical wards. Number five, this command center will also, in liaison with the ward focal person, conscientize farmers to look after their cattle. Some of the situations that we are faced with are simply because farmers may not be paying particular attention to cattle at this particular time. We know that most of the cattle are really just browsing out there in the wild, but farmers must look at their cattle, attend to their cattle, so that cattle don't just wander and look for water, particularly in those muddy areas. Remember, the cattle are in a lean situation. Their condition is not the best. Once they are faced with a stressful situation, they would ordinarily succumb. So we encourage these focal persons to conscientize farmers to attend to their cattle, fetch water for them, and bring the water to the cattle, rather than the cattle going to the muddy places and getting stuck and having no energy to come out. they then succumb. So we want this drought mitigation command center to attend to these 5 urgent issues which I have outlined. As the ministry, we have mobilized some feed, silage. We have 15,000 metric tons that we have access to, and already we have moved some silage, at least 500 tons, to some of the critical districts. We have moved to Amatobo, to Umkuza, Cholocho, Lupane, Bubi, Izaka, Chivi, Gutu, Gokwe, Mberengwa, and the like. And we are continuing with that process to particularly deliver feed to these ward drought mitigation centers. We have also mobilized some hay, and that is also moving to some areas. We have also rolled out a program where we are training farmers to do urea treatment of their stover. So this is ongoing in all these, in all the wards, and that will save and ensure that there is feed available in each of the wards. We are also doing this distribution together with the GMB, but we would welcome any well-wishers who can facilitate fast movement of feed to these drought-prone wards which are in critical condition. Remember that we, in Garanyemba, we launched a ward drought mitigation center, which is essentially a version of the VBU which responds now to the drought. So in addition to the solarized borehole which supplies water for people and livestock, there is obviously the fish pond, but there's also livestock handling facilities, including a water trough. So that continues in every ward. So the borehole drilling program for those critical wards also continues. We have now shifted our focus to ensure that rigs are prioritized to these critical wards to ensure that water is available for livestock. So we are continuing with these efforts, and we will continue to really monitor robustly. The Drought Mitigation Command Center will continue with the SITREPs, the situation reports, daily, so that we arrest the further deterioration and succumbing of our cattle to drought. That, colleagues, is the short statement that we wanted the nation to know so that we save our livestock. Thank you.